Morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I had an idea. So if you didn't know this about me, which you probably won't, I write. I've been writing since I was 6 years old, and I've always wanted to be an author or a novelist or something like that. I've always wanted to be like I wanted to always write like the next Percy Jackson series, something like that. But I never thought I could because I was blind or whatever. But like one day, my dad handed me a Braille writer. He was like, yo, go write something, because I was annoying him. I was like 6. It was summertime and I was bored. So I kept going into my parents' room like, Dad, pay attention to me. You know how kids can be. And I think that is when I started writing short little kid stories about kid stuff. And it went from there. As I got older, I would just be slamming away on those Braille writer keys, which make a lot of noise, by the way. So I don't know how. I just have to applaud my parents.
Weekly report available. Your screen time was up 12%. Speech off.
I just have to applaud my parents for putting up with that. Like, holy crap. And then as I got older, it would just be things in my life incorporated into my stories and stuff like that. But of course, as I've gotten older, it's been easier to separate, I can write about things that I've never been through, but I've read about, or I've heard about, or I've seen my friends go through. And, I'm in my junior year of college. I'm actually on break. I go back to school in the fall. So I graduate in 2025. I graduate in 2025, I think. I think so. Yeah. Long story about that. One day I'll go through that, maybe. All right. But I was thinking, what if I read some of my stories and poems and stuff like that on the channel? I read my writings and stuff on Facebook, but I know no one uses Facebook anymore. And I'm like, I have all these segments and playlists and stuff on my channel anyway, about different things. I do covers and I do the books and things like that. And it's like, why, just read other people's books when you can read the things that you write too. But first I have to braille them out. So just know that this part of the channel will take a little longer to get through, so I'll always be doing a book too at the same time. I'll be doing other things at the same time just to make sure you're not bored. Farsighted is still happening. Everything like that is happening. I have another book in the works to read to you guys after Farsighted, so that I know that I'm still uploading, because I have to braille out the stuff first. I type them into my phone, really, and then I actually have to translate them myself. So these are actually typed out by me, which makes it even more special to me. So if anyone takes credit for these things, I will be really upset. It takes a lot of work to braille things out from a screen reader, from a phone, to read things and then copy it down perfectly. And with braille, it's hard to erase mistakes sometimes. I don't have an eraser. I have to use my fingernails, and that is really hard to do. And for the blind people in the audience, you'll get it, but you understand. So, the first story I read, the first story I wrote, sorry. Ooh, I'm a little nervous. Most of these don't have names. That's the only thing. And I thought it would be more interactive if you guys could tell me what you want to name the story. What do you want to name it? I can put up a poll and you guys can, you guys leave your ideas in the comments and I can make a poll for the ones I like. I can do a post about which one I pick and things like that. But naming these is also a little hard because they're not novels or anything like that. And I always wonder, how do authors pick the names of their books? And things like that. I never know. Because I can't just name it Story About Girl. Because that's most of the little short stories I name. Some of them do have names, but most of them don't. But let's get started with this one. This one is, I will say my name. It's by Georgette Williams. Let's say it's called, let's use part of the first sentence as the title, just to be safe. I don't know, I feel like that makes it more safe, so someone can walk into my car. By Georgette Williams. It's not officially called Walking to My Car. There's a title up here, but I don't really like it. And I'd rather you guys tell me at the end of the video, what would you guys call this story? So keep your thoughts in mind and put those in the comments for me. Thank you very much. Walking to my car, I never expected him to be waiting for me. He flashed me a smile as if the last week hadn't happened and offered me a hand to help me with my groceries. Mitchell? Meredith. He blushed, and of course my heart had to race for a second. What are you doing here? I started putting my things in the back seat. I couldn't stand looking into those gorgeous brown eyes. If I did, I knew I'd cave to whatever he said. And I had a feeling I knew why he was here, attempting and failing to look so casual. I want to talk about, well, you know. He was clenching and unclenching his hands, obviously nervous. And before you make your choice, please just hear me out. We don't even have to go anywhere. So, sit in the car? I laughed. Fine, make it count, Fairfax. Mitchell slid into the passenger seat of my car, slamming the door and, thankfully, loaning me a few seconds of me time. Holy crap! Was he for real? I didn't know if I wanted to laugh, cry, scream, or pull out his beautiful hair. Instead, I cringed a bit, I cried a bit, then got into the driver's seat. We can't just stay in the parking lot. Mitchell said. I frowned, turning the key in the ignition. So why and how did you know I'd be here? Well, he looked away from me. Grace told me. White hot flames of anger lit in me. She was so going to get it. Camry probably sat by and supported her. Don't be mad at them, he went on. I kind of begged and begged until she gave in. Was all I said. I'm here, Meredith. My heart leapt because I want to get back together. It was silent as I pulled into the apartment building's parking lot, turned off the car and stared straight forward. I knew it. God damn it. Part of me, that young, dumb, and in love girl, clapped her hands and did jumping jacks, holding her breath, as if she didn't know what would happen. Like our life was a show. No, 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 I hissed at her. The heartbroken me, who had been dumped by this guy last week so he could make out with another girl, she was not having it. Mitchell, please, Mare Bear, he cried. Ending things was the worst thing I did. I mean, throwing away a year of memories for some action with Eulalia Nelson? Who does that? You do, I snapped. I hope you aren't just here because she said no. She's dating Harris. No. Mitchell reached for my hand. I pulled away fast. I think you should go. I'm saying no, Mitch. Sorry she wouldn't let you do her. You and I both know. I don't care, I yelled, tears streaming down my cheeks. If you really cared that whole week where I was feeling like less than trash, you would have been by my side. You would have called or checked in with friends to see if I was okay. Get out, Mitchell. Instead, he took my hand. You're right, Meredith. You're right. You've been the best girlfriend I could ever have, and I didn't appreciate that. I'm so sorry. Then his lips were on mine, and the fireworks above us went off as the stars aligned and spelled out our couple name in the sky. Meredell. Meredell, by the way, is spelled Meredell. Meredell forever. Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. I gasped, the knocking on my bedroom door startling me awake. With a hand over my heart, I answered the door. Here you go, said Marley, presenting me with a tray of beautifully decorated muffins, to help you through the grieving. I took the tray, allowing the other girls into my room, and Kevin. Gosh, how long did I sleep? I asked, peeling the paper off a muffin. 4 hours after you cried yourself to sleep, Tegan said, also taking a muffin. Sorry, do you mind? I shook my head. Thanks, guys. Maybe I still had feelings for him, and weird dreams where we'd make up were to be expected for a while. But with my friends, I knew I was capable of anything. The end. Yay, friendship! I imagine, that's what my breakup would be. I think that if I had my first breakup, I think that's what that would be. So that's what inspired me to write that. I was like, if I broke up with... I don't know, I listen to a lot of Taylor Swift too, so it's like, what kind of situation would I be in to have to write something like that? And I feel like you'd have to really know someone for it to hurt so much, to have to get that creative energy out of you. So yeah, like I said, let me know what you would name this story in the comments. At the top of the page right now, it says stages of grieving. But when I think of grieving, I really think of death and stuff like that. And I don't know if it's too serious. Let me know if you like stages of grieving, because this is only one stage where she's having the dreams. I don't know if this really fits, but let me know what you think, or if we should continue this, and let me know what we should call this segment and this playlist too, because when I continue it, I'm going to put all the videos in one playlist like I do with my covers and stuff like that. Thanks for watching, everybody.